Hey, hey, hey. Let's see what's going on today. There we go. All right. Found my video. Who's here? Sharon. Hey, hey. How you doing? Cheryl. Good afternoon. Oh, you guys caught me. I didn't realize I set that right there. I just ate. Michelle, you're here. I know, right? Okay. Timothy, what's up, bud? My homie from Arizona and not California. Whatever. It's fine. Right? Always have chocolate. So your peppermint patties are my absolute favorite. And I just ate lunch and it was super duper spicy. So I gotta have the peppermint patty. At least that's what I'm saying in my brain. Alright. So let's get started. This is Tropical Flora. I love this stamp set because it is so versatile. Here's the matching dies. Coordinating dies are $21.99. Stamp says $14.99 like always. Oh, you love this too, Cheryl? I absolutely adore this stamp set. So, you know, obviously, you can make a hibiscus flower with it. That's what these steam in are for. You stamp them both, you color them both, and then you glue them back to back. They're a mirror image of one another. So you glue them back to back. You fold the little tip under, and you glue it to the center of the flower. Hey, Linda's watching. Oh my gosh, cheesecake. Don't even with me, Michelle. I love me some cheesecake. So anyways, very, very versatile flower. Today, I'm going to show you how to make something even crazier with it. So I've printed a whole bunch, or stamped a whole bunch of these and cut them out. Okay? So I have 3 of the large and I have 5 of the small. Theoretically, I'm going to make 1 flower. But if it's getting too bulky, then I'll make 2. Whatever, it's fine. So, what you want to do is, the reason I have this whole rainbow of inks out here is I'm going to assign a flower to each color. Now, y'all know I love me some rainbow. So, this is, hey, Kathy. Ooh, I'm getting all kinds. I'm on the No Wheat Cake. The Cheesecake Factory has options for it. Oh my God. Allison, hey, what's up, girl? Okay, sounds like a great excuse to go to the Cheesecake Factory to me. I mean, anytime. Anytime. Let's do this. So I'm going to start back here. I don't know why, but that's what I'm doing. So here we go. So these are the Cottontail blending brushes from the Rabbit Hole Designs. Sandy's here. Poor Sandy, sicky poo. So I have one of these for each one. And I'm going to move these out of my way so I don't contaminate them. And yes, I'm standing at my craft desk right now. So I am just going to color them. Now, if you want to be super cray-cray, go on with your bad self and Copic color all of these. But in essence of time on this video, we are just going to blend them. Now, you could cut these out of color paper. You could cut them out of pattern paper. You can whatever, okay? I usually will do both sides. Just because whatever I glue this on, hopefully I'm not shaking y'all too bad. I just realized that my camera stand is touching my desk. Better? No earthquakes? Anyway, so whatever you glue this on, you'll see the bottom sometimes. So it just depends. Okay? So I'm gonna wipe up my mess right here. We're gonna go to the blue. Prize ribbon. And I don't know how this will turn out. I've never done it this way before. I've never done a whole rainbow of these. When I've done this flower in this way, I've always done it one color. So we're experimenting here. But I wanted you to see the separate colors and where they land when you do this, because it's very different than the intended purpose. And part of the joy of taking these flowers and doing them in different ways is that you can use them in places, yeah, Miss Sandy's feeling worse today. You can use them in directions other than intended, manners other than intended. So, a little bunny told me that these brushes may be discontinued. So, I'm about to go buy me a whole bunch of them. So, if you want to beat me to the store, you may want to do that. Because I'm about to clean them out. So, has anybody noticed our big secret yet? I'm wondering if anybody has actually noticed. Not that it's a big secret. It's more like a big surprise. Hi, Melanie. Hi, Mary. I know, Michelle, it's super tragic. And I mean, I might have to sell my firstborn child to get the number of brushes that I want. He is housebroken, so if anybody's interested. Really good kid. He gets straight A's, so I'm just saying. Nope. I think that you are wrong. I mean, that'll happen in the future, but nope. You'll take the kid? Awesome. These are Cottontail blending brushes from the Rabbit Hole Designs, and we do have an affiliate link there, although I'm unable to get it for you right now. It would be super duper awesome if you used our affiliate link. They come in a 2-pack, and I believe it's $7.99 per 2-pack. All right, we're working our way up the rainbow, guys. We're almost there. Yeah, you noticed, right, Sandy? Nope, we will not be selling Copics anytime soon. We partner with Violetta Ink, and Elena sells the Copics, and we can't, Copic hasn't opened up for any new accounts, so we can't get an account. I've been trying for years, literally years. So, yeah, there's that. Okay, notice I'm not taking time to make sure that these are like evenly colored. Amanda, hello. I just saw your message, thank you. Miss you too. Okay, now we're going for red. Mary. Amanda, I hope you're doing well. I haven't heard from you in a long time. Thank you, Mary. I'm going to have to start differentiating between the Marys. I'm all, hi, Mary, and thank you, other Mary. Okay, we got one more, my friends. One more. Almost there. I picked seedless preserves because it's like a pinkish purplish, so it plays off of the red well. Just so you know, this is my rainbow of colors, my rainbow of go-to colors that I really, really like. Life is nuts but good. Yes, we are doing well. Hi, Karen. Apparently, Floral Fridays are a hit. I'm so excited to have you guys here with me. We are going to have some fun. I mean, I think ink blending is fun anyways, but we haven't done anything earth-shattering yet, right? All right. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to move all these out of my way. I don't know where the accent came from. Fine. I'm fine. You're fine. Everybody's fine. Charlotte, North Carolina. I like it. I like it. I've been there. All right. As you can tell, I sat down. I'm in my desk chair now. And just so that I don't like do anything bad here, I'm going to grab my spray bottle. Water-soluble inks clean up with just a spritz. And there we go. Okay. Still have to put food away and clean up, but I had to see what you're doing. Okay. So now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to work on shaping this. And a lot of people get really intimidated when it's time to shape the flowers because they think that they have to have like all of these crazy tools. Right? And you really don't have to have all these crazy tools. So I'm going to take my Cutter Bee scissors and I'm going to cut down into the center. I don't want to cut these flowers apart, but I'm cutting the petals apart so that there's more movement. And I'm going to do that to all of these. So you're going to see this flower is going to come together really, really fast. Now, if y'all still think that I'm making a hibiscus, you would be wrong. Totally wrong. Because I love messing with everybody. So, cool thing about stamps and crafts is there's no crafty police. You don't have to use them in the manner they were intended. You can do whatever you want with them. So why not get creative? Why not have some fun and do something a little bit crazy? I know that messes with a whole bunch of you because y'all are rule followers. But there's nowhere in arts and crafts that says you have to follow the rules. Tim, looking at you. I know this is going to speak to you. That's why I singled you out. Rachel, are you being the crafty police? Are you here? I know, that's why I singled you out. You were thinking a lei? Nope, not a rainbow lei. Indeed. You crack me up. Now in my head, all I can see is Beto, Beto, Beto. There are no crafty police here. Okay. Ready? So all that's done. So now I'm going to start at the bottom with my purple one. And this is going to hurt a lot of people's brains. My intern is grounded right now. So that's, you know, what happens. Okay. So this is going to hurt a lot of people's brains. So remember how I was saying that most people think you have to have all of these flower shaping tools and stuff to make pretty flowers, and you don't. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to spritz this paper just a little bit. It is going to do oxidation with your oxide ink. I'm going to place it in the palm of my hand, and I'm going to wrinkle it up. Now the reason I do this, there's a couple reasons. First of all, if I were to try to shape this regular, if I were to pick this up and try to just shape this flower, my brain would automatically make perfect shapes, perfect accordion shapes on each one of these. And I don't want to do that. What I want is random accordion patterns. So the reason I wrinkle it all up is so that I can force my brain to make random patterns. Because if you have a flat piece of paper, your brain will automatically go to make a pattern. And if you don't, it disrupts those receptors in your brain. And so now I have a randomly shaped flower. So we're going to repeat that process. Am I scaring you guys by wrinkling these all up? And I'm just going to do this to the 3 bigger ones, okay? Actually, that's a lie. I'm going to do it to all of them. So you are going to end up with inky fingers on this one. Never fear, hand sanitizer is here. Right, Amanda? A lot of people teach from an artistic point of view, and I am not artistic. I do not have an art background. I have a psychology background. So when teaching, I definitely teach very differently. Okay? And I mean, get good and in there. Wrinkle that bad boy up. Okay? Right? Brain research is fascinating. Like, oh man, yeah. I spent 10 years in law enforcement, so that's where my psychology stuff comes from. And got the heck out of there. And went into crafting to keep in touch with my cousin. And haven't looked back. So this is my retirement. Okay, so as of right now, they look like wrinkled flowers. But when you start stacking them up and placing them how you want to place them, you have this really cool organic looking flower because not everything matches. So there's that. Now with these ones, I want to do it on the opposite side because I want this side to show, okay? Year 33 of teaching. Wow, what do you teach? So on these ones, once I wrinkle them up, I'm actually going to unfold them and I'm going to turn them inside out. And I'm just going to give them a good wrinkle. And that's it. That's all I'm going to do with those, okay? Because I want them to cup this way. All right? As soon as you crumble them, my brain says, Beto, 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 but then you unfurl and it creates the shape flowers. It's so satisfying. Yeah. When I started teaching this method, my brain was definitely going, stop the madness. I had Tyler Bright teaching a class with me. He was my helper, and him and I have, we both decorated cakes. And so we have this, you know, very perfect cake flower scenario in our brains. And so when I wrinkled up this flower and showed the class what to do with it, he just about had a heart attack. So I'm going to rub some of the ink off my fingers because on the lighter colors I'm transferring a little bit. And y'all know it kills me to have ink on my hands, right? Pre-K to 5th. Last 5 years, English as a second language. Wow. I have a very deep-seated fear, a very unhealthy fear of humans who can't control their own bowels. So pre-K are not my people. It's a completely irrational fear, but it lives in me. So just roll with it, okay? I, however, love 4th and 5th grade. They make me extremely happy. And the reason why is 4th and 5th graders really are at that in-between age where they still want to please their teacher, and their teacher is like a super cool person in their life, but they also kind of are starting to understand sarcasm. And they start to joke with you. Hey, Joy. Oh, thanks, Terry. Wait till you see this flower come together. You're going to love it. Joy, you're going to have to rewatch this video because this is what I was talking to you about the other day. Okay? Again, sprinkle the edges. You're disrupting the brain from wanting to make a perfect pattern. All right, you guys ready? Because now the true magic begins. Okay, so I have all these flowers. Now what the hey? And I'm putting hand sanitizer on because the alcohol in them will stop this ink from spreading. So my fingers are just now this color and the ink won't spread anymore. So if you happen to have hand sanitizer at your desk, it's a good thing to do because it stops the ink from spreading. Okay, so I have my glue gun, so I'm gonna put a dot of glue in the middle of this purple one. I'm gonna offset these petals and I'm gonna push this down. Now I will tell you, one of my favorite tools in the whole world is my Pear Blossom Press pen. And somehow they all got taken from me, so I have one left. And I use the cap of this because I always have my pen handy. I use the cap of this because it has the perfect shape to start shaping the center of your flowers. So you can use a Sharpie, you can use whatever you want. I just always happen to have my Pear Blossom Press pen handy. So that's why it became my go-to helper for this. Again, I'm gonna offset these petals. Okay, so we still basically have a hibiscus here, right? We just stacked these up. The Rock Troll. Hi, Meg. How are you? You're gonna have to go back and watch the beginning of this. I'm shattering people's opinions of flower making. Okay, so I have these 3 layers. Now, theoretically, if I were to put the little stamen in the middle of this would be a hibiscus. It would look super cool. But no, that's not where we're going. So I'm gonna take this flower, and the lines I want to be on the outside of it because I want the lines to show. If you don't want the lines to show, then don't worry about that. And I'm gonna fold this into a point, and I'm gonna pinch that point, okay? So now I have this little shape. If you were really clever, you could make that into a rosebud. Hi, Lori. And I'm gonna do the green and the yellow. Anybody know where I'm going with this? And the orange. Again, you want to make sure that you're not folding these all the same, because otherwise you'll end up flat like that. And you don't really want that. I have a red. And then I have my pinkish, purplish color one. Okay. So I'm gonna put a big dollop of glue in the middle of this. Big. See that? Huge dollop of glue there. And I'm just gonna start popping these in here. Okay, and then I'm gonna hold them while that glue sets. Hey, Evan, will you take this to the mailman, please? Archie, sorry guys. Hand that to the mailman, he's coming to the door right now. To the door, fast. Thank you. Okay. So now, I start shaping all of these. And check it out. It is like a rainbow carnation. Sorry about the dog barking. You have 5. Look at that. Isn't that super duper fun? So, if you want to be super extra, then after you do this, you can put glitter around the outside of it. And I can show you how I do that. So, I have my candy cup. I have my Crazy Creations glitter. And I think, since most of these are warm colors up here, I'm going to use the warm toned glitter. I don't think it really matters all that much, but whatever. I have my Bare Dark glue. And I have a sponge. Okay? So, what I'm going to do is, I'm very particular about my cutter bees, and I don't cut anything but paper with them. So, I am just going to cut a little pie-shaped section of this sponge off. Okay? I'm going to open my glitter very carefully. And so this is like one of the only times that I don't use that fine tip, because I need a lot more glue than that. So, I mean, you don't need a ton of glue, but the fine tip just kind of hinders you from squishing the glue out. So, bloop, bloop. And I squish all that glue around. You have to make the sound effects or it doesn't work, right? So you have to go bloop, bloop, bloop. Just saying. And then I kiss the edges of all of this with that gluey sponge. Now the glue, since it is water-based, will transfer ink. So if you're concerned about like your yellow staying yellow, glue that one up first. Okay, and I try to peel all the layers apart here. And then we're gonna dump a whole bunch of this glitter on here. And then this is where I become like, ew, I wanna get my hands dirty. Okay, I have now dumped glitter everywhere and made a very large mess, right? Hi, Renee. So very carefully, I'm going to show you a cool trick, so don't think I've lost my mind entirely. Okay, but check out how cool that is, super frosted and super sparkly. If I had more lights on in here, you would definitely see all of the sparkle. So then what I do is I start closing all this stuff up before I really make a mess. With my candy cup, I can pour my glitter back in here without a whole bunch of mess. Okay, but then you say, what about all this? What I do is I take this sponge that has the glue on it and I wipe all of this up. And now it's contained on the sponge, so I can just throw that in the trash can and I don't have to worry about any more mess. So every once in a while there'll be a little bit of sticky here. There's no sticky here, so I'm good to go. But if there is, then you can just wipe it up with your, you know, whatever, sponge or whatever. I always have a box of tissue sitting here, so if you really want to, you can spray your desk and wipe it down, which I do like 100 times a day, so it's all good. And see, I did get some ink off of there, so it was good that I wiped it up. So there you go. So now you know that with your tropical flora, you can definitely make other things. We also have a Sweet William flower that would be amazing to use the same technique with, or to stack it with these to make that same technique. And make it, you know, fill out your carnation even more. If you're a little bit more careful about how you shape the petals, you could make this into a peony, and other stuff like that. Hi, Julie. So anyways, I just wanted to pop on today and show you guys how fun and easy it is to make flowers. I know a lot of people are intimidated by making flowers because they feel like they have to have a whole bunch of tools and stuff. So here is a cool way to make flowers, and all I really used was my Pear Blossom Press gel pen. And I didn't even use that in a manner in which it was intended for. I used it in a manner other than intended. So, yeah, it definitely makes your flowers and your crafts more versatile, because now you're going to look at things in other ways and think, what could I do with that? So just wanted to share that with you guys. Happy Floral Friday to y'all. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. I'm sure I'll pop on at some point this weekend and do some sort of coloring Coffee and coloring is my jam, or cocktails and coloring is also my jam. So we'll figure that out when we get there. Oh, cool, Meg. Good job. Good job. So anyways, I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. I'll see you soon. Toodles.